Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, babe, I sound better. Y'all share this live. My wife is satisfied with the way it sounds. Perfection. Y'all come on. Come on in, come on in. Share this live, y'all. Move this cord. This junk always in the way. All right, there we go. Come on in the room, guys. To everybody who's joining, how y'all doing? What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? Babe, what we getting into today? Just checking on everybody, to be honest. With everything that's going on, man. At this point, it's just about making sure everybody all right. For real. We're going through a lot where sticking together is an important thing. So just checking in, man. I've been thinking about the community all day, babe. Just like really ready to get things rocking and rolling. We do have some things rocking and rolling, but really want to like get it rocking and rolling because we need to see and hear and experience unity. Like we really need to experience unity. In times like these, you start to understand the realities of life, and you start to realize how many things are unimportant that we put a lot of energy into. There's so many things that we care about, so many things that we fight about, so many things that we're divided about. And in times like these, you realize how unimportant those things are. Gosh, you realize, okay, like there's so many things that ain't that serious that we hold true to and we hold on a pedestal until we get in times like these. So I just wanted to come up here and just encourage us all to move differently with all that we've seen and experienced in the last week or so. I've been thinking about our people, and I've just been like, woo, we need each other more than ever before. For my generation, like I've never experienced something of this magnitude, so it's a little different for me, and it motivates me more to want to show up for my people. It motivates me a lot more. So, babe, that's what we talking about. We just checking in, making sure everybody all right, for real. Making sure everybody all right, man. This is a perfect time to this is a perfect time for artist groups to really evaluate why you do what you do evaluate what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, what your message is, because there's so many things that can be said, should be said, and quartet is an art form that will allow us to really communicate some important things. So, like, to whomever who may see this, whatever groups may see this, share this with your group members. If you're a background singer or musician, share this with your lead singer. Like, now is a great time to really evaluate why you are a group, and to really, like, start to sing about our lives in a way that you may never have before. It's time to go beyond the surface for real, because our people need, like, love and hope and support and good news. So yeah, this cord getting on my nerves. I'm gonna put it behind the seat. There we go. Yeah, our people need good news, man. So it's like, I'm just up here today literally to make sure everybody all right, cause this for real, for real. Yeah, I'm gonna keep harping on that. I'm gonna keep harping on that, man. Like, we really need to. Now is a great time to really sing about real stuff. And I'm not saying that what we've sang about has been fake stuff, but we can go deeper and be a little bit more real, transparent, honest for our people. It's like, when you do music as an artist, you're serving people. Like, you're only as successful as who listens to you. And now we have an opportunity to really share messages that our people need to hear. So, like, I really been thinking really heavy. I've been thinking really heavy. Yeah, for real, for real. Y'all say something. Who up in here? Y'all let me know who in here. But now is a great time. Like, groups who gonna see this on the replay, artists, lead singers, background singers, producers, musicians. Now is a great time to look inward and, like, really start to ask and answer some questions. For real. Answer some questions about who you are, what you've been called to do, what you offer the world, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you want to be known for, what you want to say, what you want to stand for. Now is a good opportunity to get clear about that. With all that's going on, it's a good time to get clear about that. Seriously. It's a great time to get clear about that. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Bae, can you still hear me good? I keep muting the mic so y'all don't hear me coughing, so I gotta ask my wife if she can hear me. Why do we do what we do? Why we sing? Why we play? Why we produce? Why do we create? Why? Other than because we know how. And it's like, even with, like, the TET help videos and the things that I've been doing and the community we're starting, you get to a point where you say, hey, man, business comes second to serving. And I think maybe if we really, really let that sink in, we can start to see like the way business is done. Maybe we'll start to see that change when we understand that business comes second to serving. And it's like, to be honest, when you serve well, it usually there's usually great benefits from serving well. When you're selfish and when your art or music is subpar because you're just trying to make a dollar, people normally don't respond well to it. Wow, let me put this up. Johnny Ruffin Jr. said, "Good evening. I record and produce to help people who may not be able to go to a major studio." Yes, sir. That's right, man. That's right. And it's good that you know that. And I think we should all know that. And I think we've all been put on earth to serve who we've been assigned to. And I think understanding who we've been assigned to and serving them well, it'll like eliminate like competition and the things that we do in our community and our culture. We kind of got a habit of just kind of pushing our own agendas, even to the detriment of our peers and constituents. We just be like, I'm trying to produce records and you suck at what you do, so let me tell everybody how bad you suck so they'll hire me. When we all ain't been called to serve the same people. So you don't have to knock nobody building down to have your own. It's just like build your own. Be a good steward. Serve well. Sometimes the money is not good as I would like, but I eat and work. Yes, sir. I continue to eat and work. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Johnny, serving, man. Serving is where it's at. And as I go through this journey of like helping the Quartet community through just like me being me, um, you end up learning that it's like it's no different than this situation that we've been experiencing for the last week. You have people on the right, you have people on the left, and it's like the secret sauce is in the middle, man. It's like me doing what I'm doing, saying what I'm saying, building what I'm building, calling everybody to like come together. It's about more than like it's about more than what we normally prioritize. Um and Johnny, it's like I said it and I'll keep saying it and I'll keep saying it. I want to see the day where all of us, when you get ready to get a record done or when you get ready to produce a record, even if even if a group comes to you and don't have a big budget, like I would love to see a day where people love and support each other so much that you people can have sponsors, because it's like we do what we do for a living, and it's like having the heart to serve. I would love to see us be able to serve and take care of our families well without having to like how it be sometimes, Johnny. Sometimes we take big L's to help people, and I don't believe that those things have to be mutually exclusive, like. And that's the whole reason for like starting the community, for us to fund art, so we can take care of people, so we can look out for people who don't have big budgets and still take care of the people who are involved in the art. Yeah, we need sponsors, and it's like at the La was goody, but at the end of the day, it's like when you ask for sponsors, or if you try to go to sponsors, it's like, what are they sponsoring? And that's why I'm continuing to come live, even when I'm like tired or have a lot going on, because it's like I'm really gonna keep championing for us to build this community up to enough members to really be able to make a difference. Because it's like it takes funding to execute big vision, and our people don't know how much power we have united. It's like it takes funding to execute big vision, man. And it's like, whoo, I'm telling y'all, man. Once things are coming together, and once they start to reveal themselves, we're all gonna be like, oh, whoa, wait, okay, okay. I don't want to just continue to see other genres and other ethnicities and other groups of people um, do great things, and it seem and feel like we can't do those same things. Um, but I will be honest, we do have to throw away things that don't matter. Sometimes, in order for us to do what we need to do, someone who's used to being number one might have to be number five for the greater good of the situation. Yes, sir. Johnny said I had to learn the front and the back end of the sorry, the music things when it comes to publishing and all. All that stuff is important. Um, all that stuff is important, especially publishing. When you start to understand like how big corporations and labels, they sign you, give you a little bit of money, take your masters, take your publishing, and you're just happy to be on the platform and have a couple dollars. Those are all the things I want to like bring to our attention and to show, and y'all will see as things continue to go. But it's like it's important to have those conversations. Of course, it's offensive to have those real conversations about labels. It can be offensive to those corporations and those companies and people who represent them. But what's true is true. Signing a record deal with no leverage means you are selling your everything for nothing. You selling your everything for nothing. So it's better for you to just build artists. It's better for you to build. And if you do go to a label, have the brand and the leverage and the data to be able to have a mutually beneficial deal. If you come to them with nothing but music, you're not about to get a mutually beneficial deal. I can tell you that right now. If you a group that goes to a label, unless it's an indie label who has already decided that they are in partnership mode, there are some indie labels out there who are in the partnership mind frame. But when you get to these bigger labels, oh, it's exploitation. And the less you bring to the table, the more you got to give up. So just be mindful. For real. Just be mindful, man. And at this point, I'm like, hey, serve your people on such a consistent basis with such a pure heart that they are compelled to sow. That's where I'm at now. It's like What are we serving people? Because it's like Johnny said they're gonna get you. Oh yeah. It's like, what are we serving people, y'all? Because it's like, at the end of the day, we can't expect, demand, or receive high dollar amounts when we're serving. Like, if we serving a junior bacon cheeseburger, it costs $2-3. And then if we forgot to put the bacon on it, or didn't put the bacon on it, and we ain't got no more bacon, then it's worth less than that. And sometimes with our art, that's what we do. It's like, we feel like, but I fed you though. But it's like, you fed me a junior bacon cheeseburger with no bacon. So I'm finna give you $2.50. Mario, what's goody? Mario, we gotta link up ASAP to the ASAP. Absolutely, man. And that's Mario, we gotta link up like ASAP. Zion, what's good, bro? I'm proud of you, man. Every time I saw your post earlier today, bro. I'm so proud of you, man. Zion, Mario, Johnny, these people that y'all gonna be seeing. These my people, man. That's another thing. Oh, let me say this for a minute. I've been blessed to meet and build relationships with a lot of amazing people. And I want to say this on record. I've said this before, and this is a good time to say it. I am Switzerland, y'all. And when I say I am Switzerland, this is what I mean. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't got no problems with nobody. And I ain't on the left or the right. I'm in the middle. And I'm about my people. So it's like, y'all gonna see me in the future. Y'all gonna see me in rooms with a lot of people. And to be honest, sometimes y'all gonna see me in rooms at different times with people that y'all know don't like each other. But I'm here to serve the community. And personal issues, at some point, ego and personal issues have to be removed if we're trying to serve people on a high level for the greater good. Other ethnicities do it all the time. There are people in other ethnicities that could personally not be able to stand each other. But if they can come together to do a deal where they families can walk away with millions of dollars, we finna not like each other all the way to the bank. And it's like, it's my heart's desire for us to get to a place where we have so much confidence in ourselves that we can like go to the table with people that we don't agree with all the time to make bigger things happen. I'm tired of forfeiting big things to accommodate big egos. So it's like a bunch of big egos doing little stuff. Man, I'm so sick of that. I'm tired of big egos doing little stuff. I want a black business owner who's extremely wealthy to look at our community and say, hey, that's worth investing in. Here's a blank check. I'll be thinking about that kind of stuff. While we talking about pros and lokes and busting houses and not turning down nothing but your collar and who a fee and who drums don't sound right and who vocals got too much auto tune on it. It's all big egos doing little stuff. Good God. Y'all, we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. Yo. 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 Yo, bro. I don't like how they paying their vocals. So what? He using fake drums. So what? Hey, I'm trying to have grown man 6-7 figure change the world, create a new culture, conversations. Man, I don't care. Okay, he used auto-tune. Is the song good or nah? Because this song right here ain't got no auto-tune on it, and it's terrible. The words ain't good. It's cliche. Ain't no auto-tune on the vocals though. But these auto-tune vocals, I resonate with the message, and it's fresh and it's original. So it's like, hey man, who right or wrong, man? Mario, that's a fact. The consumer doesn't care about half of our preferences. Right. So to use our preferences to dog each other instead of just taking our strengths and serving who we've been called to, because there's some people who gonna like the auto-tune. There's some people who ain't gonna like the auto-tune. There's some people who gonna love the program drums. There's some people who gonna like real horns. There's some people who gonna like the keyboard horns. There's some people who gonna say, I can't hear a word they saying. All they doing is hollering. Hey guys, serve who you've been called to, bruh. And like seek to do things that God has called you to do, and let everybody else do what they doing. And if you want to critique so bad, mentor and teach. Mentor and teach. If you the OG who been doing it so long and you demand respect, teach. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the OGs be sounding crazy. And any, cause they do it in hip hop, they do it in all genres. It's like y'all be sounding like washed haters. Y'all be sounding like irrelevant haters sometimes. Yo, I can't lie. That's why I'm Switzerland. I stay in the middle because regardless of my personal preference, I celebrate everybody. And if one of the homies hit me and say, hey, what you think about this record? Then that's when I voice my opinion. What you think I should do better? First of all, I'd be like, are you ready for me to tell you the truth first? Okay, some people ask for your opinion. Some people ask for your opinion and they don't want your opinion. They want your stamp of approval. So when people ask me for my feedback, I have to gauge if they really want my feedback or if they just want me to affirm what they already think is dope. But I'm Switzerland. I'm Switzerland because, yeah, sometimes you can't hear people vocals. Yeah, sometimes there's a lot of auto-tune on it. Sometimes there ain't enough tune on it. Sometimes there are songs that are amazing. Sometimes there are songs that don't make no sense. Sometimes I can guess the next lyric before it's even sang because that's how cliche it is. But, man, let everybody serve who they gonna serve. There's people who love it all. There's a bigger picture, though. Like, I'm trying to be sitting in rooms where people like evaluate us and what we do and say, this is worth 6 and 7 figures. Not barely getting a little bit of money to produce a lot of songs. How do you navigate telling somebody their song ain't sweet without feeling bad? Bae, I don't navigate telling people they song ain't sweet without feeling bad no more. If you ask me my opinion, I'm doing you a disservice if I'm dishonest. So how do I navigate it? I realize and remember that you're going to benefit from my truth, even if it don't feel good to hear. And if you didn't want it, you shouldn't have asked. Listen, hey, Johnny, artists be artists be artists be trying to make sure they got a CD for their anniversary. Rush you through the record so they can have a CD on their table. Yeah, Mario. Y'all share this live. Good grief. So we can help the people. Give them the power to make better decisions with the truth. Absolutely. People can't do better if you just tell them what they want to hear, bro. Can't tell people. Y'all, and I have this. Okay, Johnny knows me well. Mario knows me well. A lot of people know me well. These two that are in the live right now could tell y'all. My heart's desire is for us to like sit in the room and everybody be great at what they great at without having swinging contests. Me and Mario have made so many demos that I don't know if the world will ever hear. Johnny has called me for things that I was shocked about. I've been in the room with him with Pastor Walker, who just passed away. Let's take a moment. Thomas L. Walker, Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Ebenezer Baptist Church. But yeah, it's just, it's my heart's desire is for people to get in the room and it's like, resumes aside, especially in quartet, it's like, resumes aside, yes, Mario, Pastor Walker passed away, man. Yes, man. Oh, Johnny, for sure. Yeah, my wife told me yesterday, Mario. But yeah, it's my heart's desire for gifted people to he was Mario. It's my heart's desire for dope people to sit in a room together. I see it in other genres all the time, like multiple writers, multiple producers, multiple musicians sitting in a room, collaborating and wanting what's best, even if that means my opinion was whack this time. Are you serious, Mario? Yo. I didn't realize that. I mean, I probably did realize that back then, but I didn't realize that. Myself, William Purvis, Milton Lynch, Kelvin Barnes, Mario, Ray, Johnny, Terrence, Pastor Walker. Y'all go look it up. Totally committed. Live at Ebenezer. We did the Caribbean one day at a time. Boy, that turnaround was crazy. Hey, the turnaround time on that, Johnny wrote some songs. I did not realize that. Johnny wrote a few songs for that album. Yeah, and we were all figuring it out together. Like, That was crazy. Dang, y'all, we really been. And Mario, people, there's some people, and I talk about it sometimes. Right, tired like a bug, overdub and sleep. I was like, all right, yo, I'm sick of this. I'm going to sleep. And we was all in there slaving. Yo, we was in that studio slaving, boy. But it's like my thing is like, it's my heart's desire. Feel me, y'all. It's my heart's desire to do things like that on a constant basis with a budget where people can go walk away and say, yo, we did an amazing thing and I can take care of my family. We spent 3-4 days a week, a month creating music and art that the world is going to love and that's going to shift culture. And I am also taken care of financially. Like, I ain't gonna stop until both exist at the same time. Like, I don't want to be in situations where, man, I ain't feel like doing this, but they had the money. Or, man, this fire, but bro, ain't no money in it. Bro, that can't at the age that we are now, after all we have accomplished, that narrative can't continue. I'm not satisfied with that narrative continuing. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest. And it's gonna take us coming together. It's gonna take sponsorships. It's gonna take a community like the one we're building. Let me put it up just in case y'all ain't know. It's gonna take things like that, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, every dime that is spent every month is gonna go to creating dope art, musicians, songwriters, producers. Like Johnny and Mario are both amazing songwriters. Yeah, yeah, that's real. Hold on, let me put this up. Let me. I need to. I need to let this comment marinate. The climate of the current culture is very, very it's 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 toxic. It's ego driven. It's counterproductive. Yeah, it's tough. And shout out to everybody that's been messaging me and DMing me, telling me how much these lives and these videos have been like helping the culture. Because it lets me know that I should keep going. Tina, what's goody? Um, but y'all, at the end of the day, we just gotta show up for each other. Um, we just gotta show up for each other. I know there's a lack of distrust. I know that sometimes we don't get enough opportunities to there's not enough opportunities to go around sometimes. So it's like when we do get something, we hold on to it. But I'm uninterested. I'm uninterested in um being a part of anything that I'm not supposed to be a part of. I'm not a fan of bashing people to get opportunities. I will never badmouth anybody to get no opportunity. Um, I honestly don't take work from my peers. Like if somebody went to my peers or my like constituents or associates and was gonna do work with them, if they come to me and was like, "Yeah, I was gonna work with so and so," but I'd be like, "Well, you can't work with me. Um, sorry." Or you can go back to that person and revisit that conversation, and we can all work together. But what you ain't gonna do is try to no. To be honest, A lot of people be asking me like, why you don't be producing much? And it's because producing records ain't worth the backlash and drama that come with some of the situations. Um, like I only want to work on what I've been assigned to with people who understand the assignment with no hidden motives and agendas and fakery. No fakery. If we don't see eye to eye, but we're deciding to come together to do something, that's one thing. But no fakery, no backdoor records, no none of that. I don't do that. I have turned down countless records because the way they were presented to me, I won't with. I can't do that. Nah, I'm sorry. I won't be able to do that. That's just me. That's just me. I'm loved for who I am by some. I'm side-eyed for who I am by others. But I ain't gonna change it. Because the most you can say about me is what you don't like about me. You can't say what I've done wrong to you because I try very, 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 very hard not to do wrong by people. So when people have negative opinions of me, 9.9 times out of 10, it's because of them not liking what type of person I am, not because I did something to them. Because I avoid situations and things that would cause me to be talked about or perceived as someone who would do anything wrong to anybody. I'm Switzerland. Yep, and I just would rather avoid that, Mario. I just rather avoid that. I just rather avoid that. So many records I haven't done just to avoid that. That's the God knows. I hate that that's the truth, but it's the truth. Johnny, if you in here, you know how it can be. We've all experienced it. But like I said, I'm the guy that's like, okay, Mario write dope songs, put him in the room. Trey Burgess make dope songs, put him in the room. Brock got an amazing mind, put him in the room. Well, who else? Who else? Morgan is a beast on bass, put her in the room. Let's just get in the room. Okay, we got Tina here. Okay, we got Signed by Jazz here. We got Petey Green here. Okay, y'all, this the record. This the song. This the project. This the vision. Y'all can work out who gonna do graphics, who gonna do this, who gonna film this, who gonna do the music video, who gonna do the BTS. All right. And then here's $30,000. Let me pay everybody what they worth. And not, can we do this? Can we just, this just a passion project. No. These men and women of God can't eat and pay rent with passion. Passion don't pay bills. So that's why I'm in a place where I'm Switzerland. Facts, Mario. Facts, Mario. I'm Switzerland, guys, and I stay Switzerland because I never want to burn. I never want to. Connie, hey, no more passion projects, Connie. Hey, no more passion projects. And when you're just let me be clear, when you're just starting out and you're building with somebody, that's one thing. But it's like at some point, as long as we've all been doing this, we have to come up with systems and plans that will allow us to make sure that we're taken care of as we build. It's like, hey guys, what are we doing? Where the money coming from? Fine. It's like, how many fans you got? Ask all of your fans to give you $100 a piece to get your record done. That's why I'm starting this community. Let me put it up here again. For those of you who believe in me and trust that I'm not a scam artist, become a member of this community so that we can fund high level projects, from the writing to the producing to the content to the rollout, everything. Like, and it's like at the end of the day, y'all, there's enough people who love Quartet for us to be able to fund dope projects. But we have to ask ourselves a couple of questions. Number one, us as like the creatives, like, are we whack? Like, does our product suck? That's one question we have to ask. And then we have to be like, are our supporters, like, are they in bad financial spaces where they can't afford it? Or do they not feel like we worth it? So there's a lot of questions that we have to ask so that we can start the process of finding the answers. Yeah. My wife and AJ Darby was pushing me. My wife was like, we need 500 people in the community. Darby said, we're going to get 1,000. Y'all, we got 18 right now. I'm going to just be transparent. We got 18 people in there. Although I'm grateful and I'm going to stack the money up, $25 from 18 people is not enough for me to produce a record by myself without nobody playing. Why? Because there's a lot of skill. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of skill and time involved in making great art. Let's talk about it. Let's just go here. So when you pay somebody for what they do, you're not just paying for what they do. You're paying for how well they do what they do. And the faster they do it, the more you should pay them. And the faster they do it, the more you should pay them. And the faster they do it, the more you should pay them. Just no different than when you pay more money to ship overnight. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So we have to ask ourselves, like, what's happening here? What's going on? Like, what's going on? Like, are we so low at the bottom of the totem pole mentally or financially or creatively? Or it's like, what is the disconnect between our service and our compensation? What is the disconnect between us promoting a program and nobody being there? What is the disconnect between the 18 members and the 500? I have to ask myself, it's like, do people think I'm not legit? Can people not afford it? Do people think I'm scamming? Do I have to prove myself more? Am I not qualified to deserve to be making this request of my community? We have to ask those. We have to ask real questions. Yeah, it be like that. And it's like, man, it's like we got to get to the place, like artists. We got to get to the place where it's like, first of all, let's have this conversation. Let's say, hey, Mr. Jerry, how you doing? Let's have this conversation. If it is your desire or your objective to do music as for a living, let's really talk about it. When you do music for a living, getting a record done is an investment, and the return on your investment comes from you leveraging that music to build a brand. You hiring a videographer is an investment, and you get a return on that investment through being able to use those videos to leverage your brand and get ad dollars or brand partnerships. So it's like, you have to look at your level of investment. You have to be like, all right, if this is all, so here's the thing. If you can't afford it, I understand. But it still at some point should be a plan to raise the money versus expecting somebody to do it for lesser money. And let me explain why. Your harvest is a reflection of your sowing. Your reaping is directly connected to your sowing. And if there's a disconnect, you have to be like, hey, so do I not believe in myself enough? Or do I just want to get a record done? This is hilarious. I gotta put this up. Mario, that's hilarious. It's like, do I not believe in myself enough to spend this type of money? Do I like what is it? What's the disconnect? You gotta ask yourself real hard questions, because it's like, if I want to do this for a living and I want people to pay me where I can pay my guys, pay my girls, your product gotta be worth them investing. And it's like, if it's a business, you have to invest in your business. And with streaming, the return is not going, let me break it down. The return is not going to come from streaming alone. But you can leverage great music to create opportunities, which is why it's important to have multiple streams of income as an artist. It's important to have multiple streams of income as an artist. The ad money and the social media money, the streaming money, low key, if you do it long enough, if you do it hard enough, and if you got quality and quantity, it start to add up. But if you add merch and you add shows that actually pay, unfortunately I have to say that, and sponsorship deals and brand deals, it's like, I keep preaching to my Quartet family to think beyond the gig, because we already know what the gig gonna bring us. So you have to be like, all right, let's start back at the beginning. Let's go back to step number 1. Who are we and why are we singing? Next, who are we singing to and what do they need to hear? Next, can I write the type of songs that they need to hear? Do I have the message? Do I need to hire somebody and explain to them who we are, how we sound, and what we need to be saying to people? Next, do we have a producer in-house or do we need to hire one? Okay, we need to hire one. We need a songwriter and a producer. All right. We got a videographer in the band. Okay, cool. All right, let's all get together. Hey, guys, this is the vision. What's our plan? We need a release strategy. We need a content strategy. And we need to figure out how we can, how many different streams of income we can incorporate. Like, not just, hey, man, my anniversary in 6 months. Can you do these 10 songs for $1,000 in 6 months? We got to stop doing that. Now you rushing the mix and production talking about, it sound fine to me. And instead of going to disc makers, you let your cousin burn it at their house. You done cropped the iPhone picture and then gave it to your cousin. And they done printed them boys at the house on a bulk of CDs they got from Roses. We got to stop doing that, because it's going to be frustrating to build a real business around that. Because look at what we invest in. Look at what we're doing. Okay, now I understand starting from the bottom, but there's too many tools that will allow us to do things at a high level even when you don't have a lot of resources. And there's a difference in rushing and accepting anything and building. That's two different things. That's why you got to be like, hey, what are we doing? And then at the same time, it's like, if you want to just do a record for your anniversary and that's all you really want to do it for, there are producers who are just starting out or trying to get their feet wet. And then you just kind of got to work with each other. Same thing for producers. Like if you just starting out, it's wise for you to build with this group who ain't really, they starting from the bottom too, and then y'all could just kind of build together. But it all got to make sense, guys. It all got to make sense. And we all have to position ourselves to be who we supposed to be. And if you're on the road and path to do great things and you want to be recognized on a national and international level, there's just certain seeds that have to be sown in order to lay the foundation for that to be possible. There are certain seeds that have to be sown to lay the foundation for that to be possible. And what you also don't want to do is you don't want to have grand expectations and demands of people when you have a small mind and or small budget. That's another thing that I've witnessed and experienced. It's like, don't come grand. You can't come talking to me like how I need to hurry up and how much I need to put into this when you don't have a lot of money and you rushing your lead vocal session and you ain't said nothing in your ad libs, but you ready to go. But then when it's time for me to do my part, you want so much out of me. I ain't giving you more than you giving yourself. You don't have a lot of money and you in a hurry to record. So I ain't rushing either. And I'm going to give you what you giving me. I'm going to play this chord and we're going to move on. So instead of putting myself in those positions where I have to do that, I say no to a lot of things. I'm called arrogant for it. I'm called brand new for it. I'm called controlling for it. I'm told I charge too much, but it's like, hey, We had Jaleel on here the other last week, I think it was. And Jaleel said, I ain't gonna work harder than you. This your stuff. And I was like, dang, I ain't never thought about it like that. But I have to communicate that with people. It's like, if you come to me, my efforts are going to match your seed and your energy. If you come to me, my efforts are going to match your seed and your energy. And do not expect or require or demand nothing of me that you are not bringing to the table. So if you want greatness from me, I need greatness from you. If you want live strings, I need a bigger budget. And then in my mind, I'm like, hey, can we create systems where we have different, okay, this is where you are in your career as a group. Cool. This producer is in a very similar place career wise as far as where he or she is at on the totem pole. It'll be great if y'all work together. And then I'll just oversee. And then you just pay me a fraction of the price to oversee. We make sure everybody eating. We make sure your project is on par with where you and the producer are. It won't suck. It'll be where y'all are, but it'll still be great for where y'all are. And we need to have these conversations because everybody ain't on the same level, be it musician, be it producer, be it artist, be it content creator. Everybody not on the same level. And that doesn't mean to belittle. Here's where the problem comes in though. That doesn't mean belittle or diminish or insult or ridicule or talk about them to everybody. It means creating the opportunities and partnerships and collaborations on the level that makes sense with all parties involved, and let them create the greatest that they can create, and let time cultivate and expand and multiply that. That's how I be thinking. And I be thinking this way and talking this way. I'm going to be transparent. I be thinking this way and talking this way in rooms with people who would rather not do things to build us all at the same time. I say it like that. And it's a problem to me. And I'll say it out loud. And that's problematic for some. But hey, I want to see us all win on a level that we've never seen before. I want us to see opportunities and platforms and finances and brands and brand partnerships and all the things. We making gospel music, we serving people, and it's like, I want us to serve a whole lot of people and not just 10 people and the groups and the people who snuck in the back. Like, oh my God. No. No, guys. No, guys, no. So yeah, that's why this community exists. That's why I'm up here making this content. Is because it's like, hey man, I'm just come up here and be me and talk to my people, and then just kind of spark conversations to make people just kind of like be like, oh dang, that is unimportant. That is my ego. Even though that may have a lot of auto tune on it, that's an amazing songwriter. So instead of bashing the auto tune, I should actually be trying to work with them because my production sounds good, but artists I work with ain't never got good songs. So let me mentor this person. Let me bring them in on my team as a writer. And when I'm engineering sessions, I'll teach them how to not use too much auto tune, and my songs will go further because now I'm not going to just have good production with bad songs. See how that works? Yeah, this record sounds amazing and they ain't saying nothing. This guy over here, he has a lot of auto tune on his vocals, but he write that pen game strong. You an OG? Bring the youngin' in. Create an opportunity for him. Give him the credit he deserves, and make sure the budget will accommodate how amazing his gifts is. And also, don't be afraid to tell people how dope they are. Don't just use people to further your own agendas. Create opportunities for them to be able to eat even more. I be thinking and talking like this even when it's unpopular, because when I watch documentaries on other entities and other genres, I'm like, I'm with the movement. Because the one mediocre person who been doing it forever is not enough for me. I don't want to be doing this forever and be good at what I do, but never ever see a big harvest. Only a couple pats on the back. I don't just want no pats on the back and remember when stories. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in being 50 years old talking about the glory days with nothing to show for it. I'm not interested in that. And I want to create opportunities where we all can be like, yo, we was eating, y'all. I bought a house off that record we did. I put my child through college. I helped my mama get out of debt. We went over to Africa and sung to 1 million people. Man, the video we put out, man, there were people in the comments where lives were changed and souls were saved. Man, we went over to Africa and did a concert and built a well for everybody in the community. The pros and lokes and auto tune and sample snares and bussing houses. Hey guys. All right, guys. There's people who don't have clean water to drink. How can our art and our ministry reach people who've never heard this music and get people clean water to drink and get us all out of debt? How can we do all of those things versus proing on each other? I don't want to be a pro. If this is what pro is, I don't want it. I want health, wealth, influence, impact, lives changed, opportunities created, budgets met, songs penetrating, messages heard, the good news spread, people in one room doing what they're great at. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody who gonna watch this, yo, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I done hit my computer. Let's do it, man. It's in the time we living in, like becoming a force, a collective force with egos aside is the world needs to see it, bro. People don't think we can come together. And based on our track record, we have to prove them wrong, cause they won't wrong, but they ain't gonna continue to be wrong. How about that? Let's put egos aside, and operate in our strengths with love and compassion and mentorship and teaching and patience and vision and effort and excellence. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. I could keep going on for days and days, but I'm out. Peace.